Hello, myself Sunil Ramkrishnan, and here basically we are talking about the Congress Party and how basically the Congress Party says that we are basically ruling the world. So here basically I will take one example of best example basically of Congress Party. The example is assume that there is one Sunil R. Nair version. He actually visited 6 times in Mumbai city, and he basically tried a job and basically connected with lots of consultancy, lots of friends. Basically, he was in Mumbai. There were around 200 friends currently in Mumbai. He contacted those group also, but basically nobody helped him. Why? What was the reason basically behind? Is the reason was that they were not supposed to help? No, they can easily help. The consultancy can easily find. They can find a single one job. The company there are TCS companies having around 8,575 seats with them. Sorry, bench basically. Bench means place basically, where basically employees basically sits and work. So like this basically, this type of TCS consultancy companies. So there was no one bench basically for Sunilar Nair. Accenture basically, Accenture consultancy basically, they were basically having around in Mumbai basically they are having around 3,575 bench. In bench basically by default employee do the work. So this many bench was there, but there also basically they were not able to find the job for Sunil Arnair. But they got the resume, but they were not doing the help. What was the reason behind? There might be some reason, right? Without reason, basically nobody is going to with without reason. Basically, nobody will helps, right? Sorry, nobody don't help. So there are lots of small companies also. There also basically there are lots of bench basically lots of more than basically 3,000 to 3,500 so small software companies are also there in Mumbai, but they also basically not help you. So what was the reason behind that? There might be some reason, right? Without reason basically nobody basically do something, right? Nobody basically do something. You basically have worked with the 3 and Infotech, you basically worked with the Capgemini. They basically also not helped you. So what was the reason behind that? There might be some reason, right? Without reason basically nobody helps. If they are helping not helping you, then there might be some reason, right? So what was that reason? They basically was not aware that you were basically searching the job, or consultancy was not helping you, or Naukri.com, Monster.com, Times of India, like this, the consultancy were basically there. They were not helping you. So what was actually the reason? So this is basically one point, right, which we are basically going to discuss. And the another point is basically this comes into what the topic basically just now we discussed, that basically comes into the what? Abhiman, Dadagiri. Dadagiri means you do whatever. You finish the entire Mumbai also. Then also we are not going to give you job. That means what? That means it's Dadagiri. It's basically Abhiman of one person basically you can say. Abhiman of one person basically. You do whatever basically. You call Jesus also. Then also we are not going to give you job. So this was a very strange answer basically given by one of the software companies from Mumbai. You do whatever, you are not going to get job. So this was basically answer basically given by Mumbai, Maharashtrian city. That is basically Maharashtra means Marathi city. There basically most of 20 percentage populations are of Gujaratis, 5 percentage are of Malayalis, 2 percentage are of Bengalis, and you will not believe basically 25 percentage basically are of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Madhya Pradesh, North basically, and Delhi's. So it's basically mini India basically, we can say. There basically you have not got the job. So that basically comes into what? One is Dadagiri and the second is Abhiman. Abhiman means ego basically, you can say. Ego of certain groups basically. They say that once we have taken the decision, we never change the decision. So that topic basically we are going to discuss. The more this same topic basically is connecting to like this basically. Uh, One person told that so, basically there are a few people basically who are basically doing the discussion. They are telling that assume that 4 to 5 people, 7 to 8 people, assume that discussion is ongoing. Discussion say that what actually the earthquake is. Then basically it was a simple answer basically. The one person told, "Are you fool or what?" Basically, you are staying in Earth planet. You are staying in the basically Earth planet that also in land basically, and you don't know earthquake basically. What actually earthquake is? Earthquake is, for example, you are standing in one table or you are standing in one chair. If your chair shakes basically um, without any person is doing something, automatically it gets shakes. Then basically, and your building gets shakes, each and every vehicles get shakes, the sea water basically automatically comes into the sea, into the city. That actually is the earthquake. Then basically he told that basically this is definition. Basically, yeah, basically he told that basically I know the definition. I don't basically can't explain in definition. I can give the example and can explain you as a definition. Then the person told that okay, okay, I understood basically what actually the earthquake is. Then basically the another person told that without earthquake basically the world will not work. Earth planet basically can't move without earthquake. That is also basically was the most basically intelligent question basically was asked by one of the person basically you can say. One of the person basically you can say. There were 7 to 8 people basically. The discussion is ongoing. This is basically you can say as a name as a forum basically. In internet world basically it's given as a name as forum. So the forum basically is ongoing. Forum basically you can say discussion basically between the peoples basically you can say. So here basically we are talking about that the discussion between 7 to 8 people and the discussion is what actually the earthquake is, and this basically 100% going to connect with the United Nation. How United Nation basically is connected with directly with earthquake, that you see basically up to what level the things are going to be. So he told that without earthquake basically the earth planet is not going to work. Is not going to work means basically it's not going to move. Everybody knows that earth planet is moving right side of the me, currently moving. So if earth is moving, then basically if earth is moving, then without earthquake the earth can't move. Then basically he told that yeah, basically without earthquake also earth can move, right? He told that no, it's not possible basically. When the earth planet is moving, the air is also moving, or the air is not moving. The new airs are coming from the universe. Is it like that, or the new earth or new air are basically coming from the energy companies? So he was actually was not able to give the answer actually what to give, because when the earth planet is moving in the universe, that means it's a new air only, right? The air is not copying basically the energy group, basically the groups are not copying the air, same air in pasting in everywhere basically in the environment of the universe basically. Up to that level basically the energy group has basically not have the permission basically. They can't pass a single word basically. I am telling you, from earth planet you can't pass a single word. Then basically how you can pass the energy of the energy of the energy companies? How you can pass without universe permission? Basically you can't pass the data, and basically you can't pass this, they can take the data, that is 100% sure. They can take the data but you can't pass the data. That was also the one of the point. So here the thing was, earthquake comes in each and every city, right? Then one person told that in earth planet, assume that in India basically there are around 1,75,000 cities currently, as on today's date basically. And today's date is basically, you can say, it's 2nd November, and time is 1:04 p.m. As on today, assume that there are 1,75,000 cities. Just taking as an example, don't go into number side, but date and time is today's. So there are 1,75,000 cities currently existing in India. Each and every city basically daily gets, not daily basically, every second gets magnitude of earthquakes. Magnitude of earthquakes basically. At least basically they gets 1 point, 1.5 something basically. But they basically never gets the reaction basically. Why? One reason is this all are basically the normal thing basically, which I have already discussed. But then also basically the connection of that basically the thing which I am going to discuss, that is connected with this. That's why the thing basically is the blood cells basically, which the medical department, that is basically the Congress department, that is the AIMS department, who actually created the blood cells of the human of the Indian nationality. They basically has done the manipulation that you will never able to know the earthquake is happening in near you. Your building is shaking, you will never able to feel that. Why? Because your blood cells is created up to that level that you will never able to feel the thing basically. Never able to feel the minor earthquakes. But if major earthquake comes, then basically you will automatically feel, because the things are going to move, trees are going to fall, the buildings are going to fall. Then basically by default you are going to know only, right? Why? Because the things is happening in front of you. Then how you are not going to know? Yeah. Then basically the answer was perfectly correct. So he told that earthquakes. He actually given the practical examples, and then basically the same as definition basically. Definition is equal to example. Like this basically he has given the example of the earthquake. Then basically he told that why basically the earthquakes, every second basically earthquake comes in India. Then the answer basically given him, that by that particular person, he was basically the medical experts and the energy experts basically. They told that Earth planet is moving. That does not mean that buildings are also moving. One person told that from sky basically when you see the Earth planet, it will feel like that the buildings are also moving. When you see from the satellites or from the space the scene of the Earth planet, you will see that the Earth planet, sorry, the buildings are moving. But in real basically it's not like that, right? The Even basically you can't able to see the building also. That also basically you can say. Even basically you can't able to see the buildings also. But the Earth planet is moving that much basically you can able to see. And like this basically many planets are moving that also you can able to see. But that according to the space basically. Now basically the one person told that again basically he connected with the earthquake topic, and he told that uh, he basically was a scientist basically you can say scientist and the research of the human bodies and each and everything basically are connected, each and everything basically surround the human bodies basically. For example, one city, one person, only one person is there in one city, only one person is there in the one city basically. Then basically he told earthquake will happen. The same magnitude basically which was actually coming, it's going to come same magnitude as it is. For example, 1.5 earthquake is coming. If one person exists in that city, then the earthquake magnitude would be same or it would be totally different. Then the answer told that it would be totally different. The magnitude is going to increase by uh, so many number of times basically. Then basically he told that means that the earthquakes are connected with the human bodies. He told that earthquakes are connected with human bodies. Then basically he told that yes, basically 100% the earthquakes are connected with the human bodies. So the human body's energies basically are controlling the earthquakes. Then basically the answer basically he given that was basically very shocked basically. That means the human blood group basically gives the earthquake. So there are assume that in India basically there are four blood groups only given by the Earth planet creator. So on the base of these four Earth, the blood groups basically, the earthquakes are coming and not coming. Sorry, earthquakes are always coming. Every second earthquakes comes. Not every second, every millisecond earthquake comes. But the magnitude basically it's depend upon the blood groups. Then he told that yeah, basically in India, basically the India has got around four blood groups. So these four blood groups basically are responsible for earthquakes. So in detail, basically we are going to discuss about this, that what actually the earthquakes are connected and how basically each and every things are connected, and how basically Congress and how basically the India creator basically has mapped each and every chain basically with the each and every. For example, the buildings is one group, trees are also in one groups. Then vehicles basically moving in the cities are also connected with one group. Sea basically near the India city basically is connected with one group. Pools basically, which are standing in the India's basically are connected with one group. Each and every human basically are moving, that is connected with one group. Each and every companies basically of software companies and each and every building basically commercial companies are basically standing in the position that basically are in coming in one group. That basically we are going to discuss in next topic, that how these all these mappings are done with the human bodies.